Hello folks and welcome back. We're on our way through the races with Sophie. We're on to race 3, which looks like it's at Trail Mountain. Same setup, 3 races, beginner, intermediate, expert. We're in a Corvette C7 road car. One of the cars I've found to be very handleable, very handy car. But let's dive straight in, we're not going to wait around. We'll just push on. Settings will be, we do this for your first time out. Assist will be traction control 1, default ABS, everything else off. I'm running manual gears on a steering wheel, and with that being the case, the points to note: controller sensitivity 0, force feedback max torque 5, force feedback sensitivity 6. And we're going to dive straight in. Race hard are the tyres, which follows the same format as last time. We cross the line in 3rd gear, past Sophie Bird, up to Rouge. Just gonna push on, and it's the first race, so BMW's all over the place. Gave them a little bit of a touch up the bottom, but no dramas. Very handleable car, especially when you've got the TC on. It just helps. It takes that slidey thing away. Past Blue, almost. He just avoids us narrowly. It's only a 2-lapper, so this should be put to bed fairly swiftly. We'll see where Violet gets to. See if she's coming up hard on our behind. Gonna look for the braking marker as we get over the crest of the hill here. Gonna brake probably at the start of the curb, see how that goes. Just lifting off and focusing the brakes, modulating the brakes just a little bit. Charge up now in 3rd gear, just watch for the back end stepping out as we come around this corner. Tree's been chopped down on the left hand side. I've never seen that stump before. Is that a PS5 thing? We could flick the PS4 back on and just have a look. We can't do a side-by-side comparison of these races because it doesn't work. Traction control just holding us back a little bit, but Violet's there in the lead now in 2nd place, 5.9 seconds behind. We're just going to see if we can stretch that out. That's a 2-minute lap, just under a 2:01. I haven't seen any penalties for track limits yet in Sophie. Blazer a lap in here. I do like this track. Don't race it in the opposite direction very often, but this will be an interesting one in the 1v1. I need to tighten that line up because she will dive down the inside of there. We know the fastest way around that corner is to hug that apex. You have to get right over onto the gravel on the left, the grit on the inside of the turn. 6th gear, top of the hill maybe. There we go. Power it on. Brake on the yellow sign. That's great, we didn't have to modulate the brakes at all there. Much quicker. Look for that broken tree on the left hand side. There she is. Never spotted that before. Looks like the lumberjacks took the tree out. gear this time. Back end come round on us slightly. 12-second lead, 12.6. May well be 13 seconds we cross line. No, just 12.7, but that's us win. Relatively straightforward, folks. Happy days. 13 seconds ahead. 13.3 when she finished across the line. Happy days. A 1:57.803 was the fastest lap for us. That should be a clean lap bonus. There we go, clean race bonus. Just chunking up the victories. Happy days. You know what I'd like is to be able to win the cars we do the race with. That would be good. Rather than just the credits. Up to intermediates then. Got gold in the first one. Happy days. What we're going to be on here? We're going to be on Sport Soft. So this could be interesting. This could be a bit of a slidey monster. But Mr. Green's going to move over. What's he in? The 370Z. Fourth gear. Just try and manage the slide before it happens. The Beamer's still sliding. He's having fun. We're a little bit behind where we were back then. Yeah, front end's going to wash a little bit in this. Back end's going to want to come round. We're going to brake just on that sunshine as it comes through the shadows. That was a nice little slide through there. That felt good. Take the Beamer into this corner. Oh, he's going to clip us. He'll try and cut us right off. He's going to stop me getting to the apex. Oh, we hit the apex. We're in the gravel and the dust. Oh, this is a challenge. Violet's just got past green. Push on with his 6th gear really early at that point. Got a massive overspeed on the Supra. And again, pulls in on us. Absolute filthy manoeuvre. Filth. Well, no quarter there. We're not going to hold out for that. We're not going to give him that back. Whoa, and the back end's let go on us. Whoa, he's back with us behind us. And Violet's with us now as well. Supra was sliding into that corner. It'd be really nice, carrying on that conversation from the last video, to be able to get like the remote racing back. That would be brilliant. If Sophie's a way to get the remote racing like we had in GT5, that would be lovely. Really used to like that. I wonder if that still actually works. Do I have to crank my PS3 up? See if I can get GT5 to still work on the single player. That'd be good if we could. Not really racing Sophie anymore. I'm just trying to make my way to the end. Violet is now past blue. So could be too easy to mess this up, I guess. So just a second behind us. See if we can just manage this to the end without any accidents. No drama. Push on through. Sixth gear early. That's what happens when you get that corner right at the other end. Brake on the yellow sign. And we wash through. Not brilliant. We did okay. That wasn't particularly slow. Try and hug the apex. There we go. It's all well and so good saying these are relatively easy races, but what you've got to understand is I've never driven these before, and this is the first time we're driving this car, so you've got to get used to the feel You've got to used to how it handles, how the back end kicks out. Even with TC1, it likes to play with you. You have to have a little bit of throttle control, and I concede I do have some throttle control, as pointed out by somebody the other day. You're not just a point and squirt kind of guy. I like to think I am, but there we have it. Through the line, 1.4 seconds to win that intermediate race there. No major dramas. Just well within our capabilities, that. Clean race, or do we not get one? No, we don't get a clean race bonus. That'll be from the interesting cut across, the slam across that we got. Happy days. So we won by 1.4. No, nothing else to report. Relatively straightforward. Quickly on to the experts. 50k for this one. PP of 617. I'm guessing we're going to be on comfort hards or similar. Let's see what it gives us. Sports mediums. Okay. It didn't go quite as severe as I expect. Up the inside of Mr. Vert. Third gear, not fourth this time. Bit of a slide. Use the grass. Same braking point on every set of tyres. All you've got to do is learn to manage the slide and the drift. Just 2 laps to get this done. Rouge likes to use that inside line like I do. Let's see if we can get him on the drag up the hill. Let's try and use his slipstream. There we go. Push on. Running longer through the gears. 5th gear over the top. Nowhere near 6th at this point. So the setup is different. Almost got nose chopped off by Blue again. I just sort of let it happen that time. The gearing's definitely different. Violet is on our 6. Blue is definitely drifting this race away. No, Violet, you're not having it. First gear into the apex. We're going to just run Violet wide. Now we're going to get past Blue on the straight. And then we're going to run the last lap as we would want to drive it. Gearing's definitely different between races. The PP setup is definitely different. More than just tyre changes. And don't do it, Sophie. You're going to balk me wide now, aren't you? You are, yes. Yeah, I'm not surprised. I gave it a back there, and that's not fun. Ah, it's me blown out the race there. Try again. Here we go then, folks. Green has moved over. We're going to get past green as swiftly as we can. What I've noticed already is the gearing is significantly different to the last race. Oh dear. Lots of sliding. Let's see how we do. All the braking points seem remotely the same. It's just how you're going to manage the slide and the bumps and the bangs. Rouge likes to use the same line as me into this corner, nice and tight, and I've blown it this time. Let's see if we can get hold of his slipstream and get up the hill. Violet is now behind us, she's charging hard. Yeah, we've got overspeed on Sophie, and look at that, the gears. We're in 5th gear just as we get to the top. So there's a definite setup change between the races. It's just not... It's not just tyre changes. Just ran it very deep through that corner, but we'll see how we go. Sounds like we've got an open door warning. But they're the ping pongs of Sophie's smile and changing attitude, I guess. So what I'm trying to work out is whether Sophie is just a gimmick, whether it is just a redesigned version of what we've had in the past. So we're going to whip past Sophie Blue now, go to the left, then we've got to manage one race getting pressured from the rear on rather strange gearing and unfriendly tyres, but let's see how we go. Violet is on her way, Violent. She squeezed up the inside. That was very aggressive, young lady. She's just took out Blue as well. We'll leave them to fight it out. As we've gone wide again. So Blue and Violet together. Gonna try and split up my draft a bit, so neither has it. Violet's now ahead. As I look to the rear. Look at that, we're not even in 6th gear when we're at the top of the hill. We've got to brake early on this one, folks. We're going to start at the blue and whites. It's saying 2nd gear for us there, and we go 2nd gear. See if we can manage this just to the end. She's going to be aggressive into the last 2 corners, we know that. We saw it at the end of the last lap. As close as I think she wants to be, but I think she'll make a run down the outside, do you think? No, she's backed off, she's given up on this one. Here she comes though, she's coming, she wants that outside line, well I'm not going to give it her. She's going to have to out-accelerate me, she's not got it. So that's it folks, that's race number 2, pushed to the end. There we go. Not as easy, much more tricky, and once you've worked out that the gearing is different, your gear changes are going to be in different places, that's the way it is. So just half a second victory, but green there all the way back. We get the fastest lap as well, which isn't so bad. 50k, no clean lap race bonus for there, that's unlucky. Miles up to almost 100 for the day. And then we're on to what should be the one-on-one. Well, let's have a look. 574 pp. Tyres are going to be interesting, one would suggest. Nobody's done this on my friends list. Nobody has got there and pushed it through. So anything we do is what it is. We're looking to get a 416. Well, I can tell you now that's going to be a hard-fought win. Let's have a quick slurpy derp. See if that's enough to get us to the end. So, standing start. a bit quiet because I wasn't expecting that as an outcome. Just ran her hard up the inside, we clipped each other, banged off the walls. Now I'm just charging for the finish. Not got a massive lead, 2.8 seconds. I can see her in the background. She got a smiley face, so she's determined. This thing is not at all looking like she's going to run hard to the end. Still quite surprised there's nobody on my list actually. Nobody has actually done this race or finished this race as whatever, but I'd really like to do it clean. I wouldn't really want to do this by putting Sophie in the wall every time, but if that's what it takes. People swearing on my comments, top right hand corner. It's not going to help with my videos. Here she comes. She is with us at the moment. So what's going to happen? I'm going to give her the outside line. She can have the outside line if she wants it. She's going to switch back. We bounce off the wall. She bounces off us. So here we go. Let's get down. Let's get down to business. See how this is going to go. This is only going to go one way, I think. She's pumping me. I'm going to pump her very shortly. I'm not going to let her have the inside line. Somebody did say to me these races are purely about getting ahead and keeping Sophie behind. Technical racecraft, if that's what it's all about. She's quicker than me, that's for sure. I'm not going to deny that. Much quicker than I am. Now I need to stick with her on the draft. Don't think I'm going to get her now. I think our game is lost. I don't think I've got a chance of getting past. Draft is not going to help me at this point. The only thing I can potentially do is go for the air, free air. I've run her out wide, which is not a fair tactic. But it's a tactic we see in all sorts of racing where you go for the apex, just delay the braking, and there is a Formula 1 driver who demonstrates that as a viable overtaking skill, where he just delays his braking and just delays and delays and run the other person off the track. I think it is a little bit filthy. We make the apex first. Just hold the car off. Second gear, and that's all to the run to the line. Is she going to drag race us? I'm going to hold the wall side. Then I'm going to push myself across to the right. She's not going to come. We've got this. There it is, first time through. A 4:32, 3:81. And that's going to see us potentially top of our list. A very, very small race victory. There will be no credit bonus in there. I don't even think we saw some credits awarded. There weren't any credits awarded because there aren't any. But we're there at the top of our list on the world ranking. Where do we go? Nowhere near the top. We are some 15 seconds off, but we're top of our friends list, and it's there for people to beat if they want to. Well, thank you very much, folks. That's the third race in the series, or the third race series, and we'll see you on the next one. Thank you very much.